Hey everyone, welcome to Just Being Booky. Today I am doing a shop with me at my library's book sale. Technically, I already did the shopping, and you are seeing this exact footage, after the fact, but I will be showing you the footage of me looking through. I didn't record all of it because I kind of wanted to focus at some of it, and I have to hold my phone. I don't have like an attachable camera with I don't own an attachable camera or anything, so makes it a little more difficult. But I did get a decent amount of books, and I'll be showing you everything that I got and why I got them, just with a little bit of detail so that I won't talk the whole video about each book. Not that I've read any yet, that would be miraculous. But we will be watching, well, I won't be watching, you guys will be watching me shop at the book sale. So let's roll that footage and then I will come back and show you what I got. Alright, so I ended up getting a lot. And actually, this is combined footage and haul from two different times of going to the same book sale. Like, it was the same time frame, and we just went twice in the time frame that they had it. And so I did not get all of this in one trip, but I got all of this in two trips. So first we have this one with an annoying Ollie sticker on it, but as I said in my other videos, I'm not going to try and peel it off again on camera because that will take up the entire video. Because of how it's mostly a paperback, I didn't want to try and do it because I didn't want to ruin the actual cover, but you can still tell that it's some of the shiny ingrained stuff like that as well, but not as well probably on camera either. And it's got those deckled edges, I believe that's what those are called. And then we have I Bought a Mountain, which is a nature classic, and I love nature and adventures and such like that. This one I actually think is more based for adults slash, because not necessarily adults in the adult sense, in like anything inappropriate or anything like that, but it's a nonfiction memoir, which I don't have many of those like that, but it sounded like a good one that would have some pretty neat stuff in it. This one I got because it's number 2 in a series that I have. Actually, hold on. I got this the first day we went to the book sale, and then I got its sequel the second time we went to the book sale. So that was actually pretty interesting to find. And it looks like it has a lot of animal stuff, and if you watched my going through my bookshelf, I do have a lot of animal ones. I have mainly animals, fantasy, and inspirational. That's the majority of my bookshelf, and classics, but generally speaking. Then this one we have is called Wonderland, and its author, Barbara O'Connor, is the author of Wish, which is another one that I have. I'm not sure if it's over there or up here, but I'm not going to spend the time looking for it right now. But it also sounded like a fun one. This one is actually a graphic novel. It's called When Stars Are Scattered. And I have another graphic novel that's done by the same person called Roller Girl. And that one is a fun one, and it has some inspiration stuff, but like just generalized, basic friend stuff. But this one is actually more like history and historical situational stuff. I'll just read the back. It says, Omar and his younger brother Hassan has spent most of their lives in Dadaab, a refugee camp in Kenya. Life is hard there. Never enough food, achingly dull, and without access to the medical care Omar's nonverbal brother needs. So when Omar has the opportunity to go to school, he knows it might be a chance to change their future. But it would also mean leaving his brother, his only remaining family member, every day. This intimate, important, and unforgettable graphic novel is about family, home, and the day-to-day life of a refugee, as told to New York Times bestselling author/artist Victoria Jameson by Omar Mohammed. I probably said that completely wrong, but the Somali man who lived the story and went on to help so many other refugees. So not only is it a graphic novel about a true story, but it's done by it's done by an artist I already recognized. It looks super pretty on the cover, and if you watch my Get to Know Me video, or you already do know me, then you know that I have a brother who's mostly nonverbal. And so that also drew me towards it, because it's a relatable situation in that case. Then these two actually, if you watched my bookshelf tour again, then you'll know that I had 3 and 4 of the Percy Jackson series, neither of which I have read yet, but I read 1 and 2. And so I found both 1 and 2 at the library book sale. I think I found 3 and 4 as well, but I had already gotten them. But these are the ones that I have read, and those 2 are the ones that I have not yet read yet. And I just read these ones on ebook, but I wanted the physical copies. This one is called The Seeing Stone in the series of Arthur. I thought it was something else, but it's just the Arthur trilogy. And it sounded pretty interesting. It was more of a generalized fantasy, which I don't have as many of anymore that I used to get, because I have been getting more of the inspirational ones than just fantasy, which some fantasy does have some inspiration in it. It's just a matter of whether it's realistic inspirational type thing, or if it's just like a trope inspirational. And if it's a trope, it depends on how it's done. Then this one is called Lying Down. The cover actually looks somewhat more like a younger kid's book, but it's not like it's got big text. It's got regular sized text, and it's actually something that I don't think little kids would want to read about, considering it's about possibly having to put down a wildcat because it was basically framed. So it's interesting to see how that goes. This one is kind of intriguing. Well, not in a bad way, but this is my first purposefully bought romance book. And I only got it because it's emotional. Like, it's definitely an emotional one based on the description and the ratings that I saw of it. And I figured if I was going to start myself with anything romance, I'd do something that was more likely to be really well done, with because it's emotional. It's called The Girl Next Door. And so when I saw it, I was like, well, I mean, it was also at the book sale, so it was like, what, 50 cents, a dollar? But either way, I figured I may as well try. I'm curious to see what I think about it, though. Oh, yeah, and then there's this one. Speaking of Kingdom Keepers, I found number 3. I still don't have number 2. I just have number 1, number 3 now, and number 7, which isn't exactly helpful now, but it's helpful in the long run. I don't necessarily like that this one is one of the ones with the realistic / actual picture covers, but I can't be too picky when I'm at a thrift store or a book sale, and besides, I like the books anyway, so. And then this one, I watched some of the show of this one before the rest of it got canceled for whatever reason it was, I don't necessarily remember, but The Mysterious Benedict Society. And I've seen these a lot of times at Barnes & Noble, but I'm already having certain books that I'm looking for, and so I don't actually stop and take a look at these ones. And so I got the first book in the series at the book sale. And then the last one that I have is 365 Days of Wonder. If you haven't watched the movie Wonder, it's really good. And yes, there's a book version, and then there's the movie, but this one is technically separate from both. It's Mr. Brown's Precepts, a quote for every day of the year about courage, friendship, love, and kindness. And if you've watched the movie or read the book, you know who Mr. Brown is referencing. And so that's it for the library sale shop with me and haul. I hope you enjoyed and maybe found some ones that you might enjoy reading or have read. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!